humans have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the trending contracts. And today's contract, End of an Era Redux, set in Chongqing, and the contract ID is up on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of Throw Bread at Me. So on to our briefing, and there isn't one, so we'll just say that our targets today have been very naughty and they need to be punished. And speaking of targets, today we have 5 of them with no stipulations on how we dispatch them or what we wear whilst we do so we have a free but damp map. For today's challenge, we'll be starting at the Riverside Walkway. We're going to have a Seeker 1 stored up at the side alley. We'll be bringing with us 2 vials of lethal poison, along with our silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to head straight up the stairs behind us, and we are heading for the block building, the alleyway behind the block building, more specifically, where we will retrieve our hidden items, and then we can start making our way through the building. So here we are, here is our Seeker 1, we're just going to quickly hide that, and then we're going to duck in through the window here and make our way down into the basement, and down here we will find ourselves a couple of useful items, starting with this crowbar, and under in the fridge here we will find the fuse, and with those items we can now start making our way up to the top floor. We will encounter one of our targets along the way, but we do have to make it all the way up to the top floor to get Hutch. So once we're out of the basement, we're going to go up the drain pipe onto the first floor and around to the interview room here, and we're just going to have to wait this little conversation to play out. Once everybody has got into their favourable positions, i.e. that guard you can see there sitting down in the chair, we now have an opportunity to scoot straight through the room between the chair and the table, and then out the window on the far side. And then if we make our way around to the edge of the balcony, we can climb over and we find a drain pipe taking us up to the second floor. Now in here it's going to get a little bit more tricky, as there is a patrolling guard who is the far guard on the left. We're going to use our crowbar to bust open this locked door, run straight in and hide behind the boxes. We're just going to check on the locations of the guards in the security room next door. Just going to wait for that guard to move, and then we're going to make our way through the security room and up the stairs to the 3rd floor. Along the way we're going to stop and pull out our silenced pistol, and we're going to take out the surveillance system while we're here. That will come in very handy later on in the mission. So once we've made it up to the 3rd floor, we've just missed a conversation with Hush and Sister Lee, and we're just waiting for everyone to go back to their usual routines. Hush and his bodyguard are heading upstairs, Sister Lee's going back into her lab, and we can then make our way into this dilapidated bathroom where we will find a researcher outfit. We're going to select our Seeker 1, and we're going to locate our target, who is the patient over in the chair yonder in the orange jumpsuit. We're going to grab the screwdriver from the crate here as well. Now it depends, when you shoot your target with the Seeker 1, he may come this way or he may go the other way. If he goes the other way, you're pretty much screwed, but for the majority of the cases he should come this way, and before he reaches the door to the 4th floor, we are just going to quickly pounce on him with our screwdriver and hide him in the crate provided. If he goes the other way, you have enforcers, and you have plenty of opportunities to eliminate your target, but nowhere to hide the body. So we're going to make our way up to the 4th floor using the code 2552. There are no enforcers up here to worry about, so we can just run straight through Hush's experiment out onto the balcony. We're going to add a lethal poison to the ventilation system, and then we're going to make our way over to the deprivation room. And as you saw on instinct, there is an enforcer in the room, so we're just going to unlock the door with the same 2552 code and make our way into the room and render the other researcher unconscious. We're going to hide him in the closet provided and then add our fuse to the fuse box. And then we're going to immediately leave, because that will cause the guard to come out for a cigarette. He's not an enforcer though, so it's not that important. So that's Hush taken care of. He will eventually get himself poisoned with his deprivation machine. We can now head off to our next target, which is all the way over at the restaurant. And our next target will be Mr. Pritchard, who is the ICA guy. There he is. And what we're going to do here is make him sick and lure him into the bathroom where we can take care of him. We do also have another target in this area, so we will be sticking around here for a little while. So once we're in the restaurant, we're going to grab the rat poison from the bathroom and then out the bathroom window, and we're just going to wait by the kitchen window for the kitchen assistant to be in the right position, which he now is, so we can pop straight in, render him unconscious. Oop, nice little flip there, mate. We're going to hide his body in the chest freezer here and take his outfit, and then we can prepare a meal for Mr. Pritchard. You don't actually need the outfit for this part, but it will come in handy for our next kill. So we're going to prepare and then enigmatic poison the meal here. We don't want to kill Mr. Pritchard just yet. So once the meal is ready, we're going to ring the bell, we're going to hop out the window and then back into the bathroom. And in here we're going to get ourselves a little bit more prepared. So once we're in the bathroom, we're going to hide ourselves in the corner of the room, pull out our Seeker 1 and reload it, and then put it away again. And in a moment our target will arrive, while in the meantime Hush has sampled his deprivation chamber, though we didn't get the picture this time round, which is unfortunate. Either way, our target Mr. Pritchard has finally arrived, and we can now dispatch him via the toilet bowl. So that is now 3 targets taken care of. We're going to hide Mr. Pritchard in the canvas crate provided, because we're not quite done in this room just yet. So we're going to make our way out into the restaurant, and right at the very back or the very front, whichever way you look at it, we will find our next target sitting and eating. Now we can't actually poison his food for some reason, so we're going to use the Seeker 1. We're just going to wait for the waiter to move away a little bit before we pull it out, shoot our target, and then replace the Seeker very quickly. And then all we have to do is take up position in the bathroom, and our target will join us at his earliest convenience.
Brought to you by Vinewood Star Tours. Stock celebrities from the comfort of a bus.
So after a few moments, our target will join us in the bathroom, and he will begin to vomit, and we can then repeat what we did with Mr. Pritchard, and we can then leave him where he is. It is an accident kill. We only hid Mr. Pritchard so that we can continue using this room without causing any panic. So once our target is dealt with, we can now hop back out of the window and past the kitchen, down the drain pipe, and we are now at the ICA facility entrance. All we have to do is punch in the code 0118 and we are inside. So what we're going to do here, as there aren't any real slow, or should I say relatively quick missions that we can use to take care of Imogen, so we're going to poison her as well. So we're going to make our way into the facility, hop our way down to the first level, select our camera, and we're going to make our way into the recreation area. I'm just going to opaque the windows and doors to the restroom, and then we're going to turn on the air conditioning, which will then attract the attention of one of the analysts inside. We're going to hide in the server room here, and when she comes to investigate, we can then render her unconscious and she is no longer our concern. The reason we're doing this is we need that restroom empty, and we also need another change of disguise. So we need the male analyst from this room, but the female will always come first when you turn on the air conditioning. So once we have her out of our way, we can now reset our trap, and this time we will ensnare the male analyst. So it's just a rinse and repeat of what we did for his colleague, and when he comes to investigate, we can render him unconscious, take his outfit, hide him in the closet, and we can then move on with our day. So here he is now, so you can go to sleep. You've deserved an extra rest. There we go. Don't worry about the other analysts out in the corridor. As long as you don't do anything unnecessary, they will not spot you. They are blind as a bat. So once we have the analyst dealt with and have his outfit, we can now make our way over to the analytical area where some of his colleagues are hard at work, and we are going to give them all a well-deserved break. So using our camera, we're going to hack each and every one of their workstations. I am trying to do this relatively quickly because Imogen is in the area and she is an enforcer. So once we have all of the workstations hacked, we can return to the server room, and in here we can now add our final vial of poison to the air conditioning unit. There it goes, a nice red sort of mist, and all we have to do now is await the arrival of our target. First of all, everybody else will arrive and complain about their breaks, and eventually Imogen will turn up.
What are you doing here? Get back to work.
So all we have to do now is wait for the analysts to all leave, and then we're going to turn on the ventilation system, and then we're going to very, very quickly turn it off again as soon as we have confirmation that Imogen has demised. Otherwise, her bodyguard will immediately walk into the room and get poisoned as well. So once we have our final target dealt with, all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape. And what we're going to do is wait in the bathroom for all the panic to calm down before returning to the restroom, retrieving the level 3 tier dongle, and that will then gain us access to the facility exit, which is by far the closest and easiest to get to from here.
Security protocol.
So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of. This one was quite an enjoyable one, but it does take quite a while. And we have confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and we get our Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.